So we're often asked, why Medina? What do we do that's different? There are two key issues about Medina. We try to really get under the skin of the organisation and understand its culture and what it's trying to achieve. The other issue is measurement. We're very keen to understand what the problem is, how bad that is, but also what does the organisation want as an outcome from the training and development intervention. So what does good look like? So whether we're talking about people change, departmental effectiveness, or people want just frankly more top or bottom line on their balance sheet, then we try to measure the direct outcome from our training interventions. In terms of the results that organisations often are looking for, they either want financial change or attitude or behavioural change. So we work with clients to really understand what it is that they're looking for first and understand how we're going to measure what good looks like.
What we're all about is delivering results. It's not about the training course, it's about what happens. So for us, the results we'd expect is for an individual to change, and of course that's going to have a ripple effect. They're going to have more engaged staff who are clearer in terms of results, the business is going to benefit, and the manager is going to be more confident with tools to make a difference as well. So having a practical application is one of the things that's so important in making this work. So we understand the client, the industry and the challenges. So when we work with an individual, we work with practical situations, the tough, knotty stuff that they find difficult to deal with. Because if we help them work out how to deal with that, give them the confidence and the tools to deal with it, then that's going to make a long-term and sustained difference to how they tackle things back at the workplace.
So we're often asked how to actually deliver the programmes when we're face-to-face with our delegates. First of all, we like to make the sessions real and applicable to their daily lives. But we need to take the delegates on a journey because we're really trying to change them at a fundamental value and belief level. So we typically introduce a real-world example and so everyone can relate to that and they understand the theory. We then link that to the workplace environment and we cause the team to discuss, sometimes role play, how they're going to attack that issue in the real world. Whatever training company you are, one of the biggest challenges is really getting the training to stick. Because when people leave the classroom environment, they're enthusiastic about change and what they're going to do to make a difference. But then back in the workplace environment, there's lots of emails to do, reports to do, and the pressure means that they often revert back to what they've always done. So at Medina, one of the key things that we focus on is how to make the training stick. So not only do we cause the delegates to have that enthusiasm, but also to sign up to actions of what they're going to do differently, we also help the management level with each group we work with to follow up straight after the session to check what they got from the session, what have they signed up to, and what does good look like? How will they be able to measure the outcome from this training and development intervention? Further on, we try and build in those learning points and best practice techniques into their performance review system, into the fabric of the management. And as long as the management are always having that good quality conversation on an ongoing basis, we know that those delegates will continually improve, and therefore the company is protecting its investment in the training.
Well, what we do at Medina is different. It's not about what happens in the training room, it's about how can we tell the difference between where a business is before and where they are afterwards, 3, 6, 12 months down the line. So that's what we do, measure results. We go beyond skills. We give them the internal mindset and the skills to shift and to make a difference at work. It's very important for us to have long-term benefit. This is about the subtle changes someone can make to make them an even better manager. So by using measurement before, afterwards and longer term, and also by changing people's mindsets. This is not about pouring knowledge in their heads. This is about changing something inside, giving them the latest tools, giving them the latest techniques so that they can have long-term results that make a difference. And it's important to put hard measures on soft skills because we can measure sales, we can measure activity, but how do you really measure how a manager is managing? And that's something we're good at. A lot of what we do, it's about communication, it's about collaboration, it's about relationships, and the better we can get individuals to understand themselves and others, the more impact, the longer term impact we're going to have.
In the training programme itself, we like to use a behavioural mapping tool called PRISM. And this is based on neuroscience, which in itself has measurements for how we respond to different situations. So that allows the delegates to know themselves better, what their behavioural focus is in different situations. But it also helps them to understand others and how they interact with them. So of course the way we behave feeds into our actions and therefore our outcomes for organisations. So to make sure that people are actually implementing the action plans that they have signed up to. And we encourage the management level of our delegates to embed the learning points and best practice management into the ongoing performance review. So that keeps the training and development alive and therefore protects the return on investment for the organisation itself.